Travellers are on alert today after a volcano erupted on the Indonesian island of Java, spewing gas and ash more than 2 kilometres into the sky. No flights have been cancelled yet, but aviation warnings have been issued. Asia editor James Carmody.
Mount Semeru in East Java has erupted, sending a massive ash cloud into the sky. As one of Indonesia's most active volcanoes, it is once again showing the powerful force of nature. The eruption has drawn attention across the region, with authorities closely monitoring the situation. Mount Semeru erupting and sending a massive ash cloud over East Java has captured attention across Indonesia and beyond, as one of the region's most active volcanoes reminds everyone how powerful nature can be. Have you ever looked up at the sky and seen it suddenly turn grey? Not from rain clouds, but from something rising out of the earth itself. That is what people are seeing today in East Java, Indonesia. High above the forests and villages stands Mount Semeru, the tallest mountain on the island of Java. And right now, this mighty volcano has come alive. Huge clouds of ash are rising high into the sky, spreading across the horizon like a giant grey umbrella. From far away, people can see the plume climbing higher and higher. Up close, the air fills with drifting ash, rumbling sounds echo through the valleys, and the ground reminds everyone that the mountain is not asleep, it is awake. This is not just an ordinary moment. Mount Semeru has erupted, pushing ash, hot rocks, and volcanic gases into the air and down its steep slopes. For the people who live nearby, it is a mix of wonder and worry. Some residents rush to safer areas, while others pause for a moment, turning back to look at the towering ash cloud rising behind them. Across Indonesia, and even around the world, people are watching closely. Scientists, reporters, and curious viewers all want to understand what is happening at this famous volcano. Why did Semeru erupt now? How strong might the eruption become? And what could happen next? At the center of it all stands Semeru itself, its summit wrapped in thick smoke while glowing material and ash surge down the mountainside. The scene looks dramatic, almost like something from a movie, but for the communities nearby, it is very real. So how did this eruption begin? How do scientists track what is happening inside a volcano that reaches high above the clouds? And what secrets might still be hidden deep inside this restless mountain? Let's step into the story of Mount Semeru and explore what happens when one of nature's most powerful forces awakens. If you were standing at the base of Mount Semeru today, you might feel a trembling beneath your feet, a soft, rumbling warning whispering through the earth. Far above you, a strange, dark shape moves against the blue sky. That shape is not a bird, not a cloud, but a gigantic column of ash rising upward, higher than a tall building, higher than the tallest skyscraper, more than 6,500 feet, pushing right through the sky. It's an awesome, almost unthinkable force of energy, a signal that the world beneath your feet is alive. This is Mount Semeru's first sign to the world. I am awake. East Java is a land full of stories and secrets. People here are strong and proud, living in small towns and villages at the foot of the highest peak of the whole island. Semeru is their silent neighbor, beautiful, green, and peaceful, its slopes covered in dense forests, terraced rice fields, and wide stretches of farmland. The air is usually filled with the scent of planted crops and yellowing leaves, the sounds of birds and children playing. But deep inside, Semeru is unlike any mountain anywhere. It's a volcano, and inside volcanoes, incredible heat and pressure build up until the earth can't hold them anymore. Do you know how it feels when you shake a fizzy drink and then open it? That's what happens under volcanoes. Pressure grows and grows. Then, boom! The earth bursts open, pushing clouds of ash and hot gas into the sky. But why does Semeru erupt now? In the days or weeks before, there are sometimes subtle warnings. Some villagers might notice steam curling from the crater on chilly mornings. Night skies sometimes glow faint red along the ridge. Small earthquakes, a vibration rattling windows, can be reported. These are signs that pressure is building inside the volcano, though not all eruptions are easily predictable. Did anyone see the warning signs? The smoke? The strange noises? Did animals sense it coming? Is the earth trying to tell us something? As the trembling grows louder and the mountain rumbles like a great beast waking from sleep, families below begin to worry. They look towards the summit, where strange, dark clouds boil and stretch, rising higher every minute. All around, people wonder, what do these clouds mean? Will they pass? Or is this just the beginning of something even bigger? Elderly villagers recall ancient tales of Semeru, how it sleeps for a time, then shouts its power across the land. Children ask their parents, is it safe? As the sky grays and the light shifts, a sense of unease settles over every home in the valley. Imagine standing in your kitchen and suddenly it becomes as dark as night in the middle of the day. The sky is thick with grey and a soft, powdery ash starts to fall, covering everything. Roofs, roads, even trees and cars look ghostly and silent. Silence hangs in the air, broken only by distant rumbling and the patter of ash grains. Above, Semeru is not just spitting tiny bits of ash, it's spewing huge clouds, more than 2 kilometers, over a mile high. No one can grieve this ash safely. It can make your throat scratchy, your eyes sting, and even block out the sun. Fine ash covers windowsills and coats the insides of open doorways. The air gets heavy and hot. For people living close to the mountain, this is not just unusual, it's dangerous. Windows are hurriedly shut, doors barricaded with cloth to keep out ash. Children don masks, old scarves, even pieces of cloth to cover their faces. Livestock are herded under makeshift shelters. Chickens cluck and hide, goats huddle under trees. But something even more terrifying is on the move, a pyroclastic flow. The name itself sounds secret and powerful. A pyroclastic flow is a deadly mix of hot rocks, ash, gas, and sometimes even bits of glowing, melted rock called lava. Down the mountain it rushes, faster than any person can run, sometimes reaching whole villages. The temperature inside a pyroclastic flow is so high it can set trees and houses on fire, and it moves so quickly it can catch anyone by surprise. On Semeru's southeast and southern sides, these flows are charging down right now, mixing with clouds and rolling over hills. Trees are snapped and scorched, rivers filled with steaming debris. Scientists watching on cameras and instruments shout warnings. People nearby might hear a monstrous roar, like 10 jet engines. Authorities rush to help. Villages echo with the sound of people getting ready, grabbing children, pets, old family photos, packing what they can and leaving behind what they cannot carry. As hundreds of people climb into buses, trucks, anything with wheels, some turn back for one last look at their home. What will they find when they return? Ash covers everything and the wind howls. Farmers worry about their crops buried under grey dust. Children clutch toys, asking, why is the mountain angry? The evacuation is tense and hurried. Some elders cry for the land they may never see the same way again. Others chant prayers in trembling voices. Rescue workers, covered head to head against ash and heat, guide and reassure frightened families. How do you find bravery in a moment like this? Is the real power in the mountain, or in the people who face its fury together? Night is falling, but instead of the soft gold of sunset, the world around Mount Semeru glows with a strange, ghostly light. The volcano's side burns with a red and orange shimmer, like hundreds of campfires, like a river of lava moving in the darkness. Sparks leap into the air, and rivers of red-hot rock ooze down the slopes, splitting the darkness with living fire. Cameras around the mountain capture every moment, glowing clouds, flickers of sparks, and flashes like tiny fireworks. At times, the sky is illuminated with an eerie purple as lightning twists in the ash plume, a natural phenomenon caused by electric charges in the swirling volcanic debris. But these are not the fireworks of a celebration. They are signals that something dangerous is happening and the world is watching.
Social media is full of images.
Videos of the eruption, shocked faces, crowds looking up, the ash cloud climbing higher and higher. Afar TV's live webcam shows the dramatic advance of scorching hot ash racing down the mountain. A glowing river, unstoppable and wild. News reports describe searing clouds of ash and mixes of rock, lava and gas traveling 7 kilometers down the slopes. 7 kilometers? That's almost the same length as 70 soccer fields, or more than 1,000 school buses lined up. In just a few minutes, much of what is in its path can be overtaken, forests incinerated, rivers hiss and steam, and anything man-made in the path is buried or burned. How can something so heavy, so thick, move so quickly? Why can't anyone stop it? At this very moment, scientists try to measure every detail. How high has the ash cloud reached? Up to 6,500 feet above the volcano's peak, like stacking 18 giant dinosaurs on top of each other. Winds catch some of the ash and carry it far from the volcano, dusting distant towns and villages. The darkness is deep, but the ash is deeper. Lights flicker on in the towns below as families gather inside to wait, to hope. But what if the ash cloud grows taller still? Or if the night brings new danger? Why does the world fear volcanoes, but also find them so wonderful to watch? What mysteries are hidden in the glowing heart of Mount Semeru tonight? Scientists are like detectives, always searching for clues, asking questions, making guesses, and sometimes surprising the world with what they find. At Mount Semeru, a team of scientists works night and day. They watch every shake. They listen to every rumble. Their tools are cameras, computers, and machines that measure what the eye cannot see. Some scientists watch from far away, using special live cameras pointed at the mountain from safe places. Others have equipment on the slopes, strong boxes packed with measuring sticks and sensors. These sensors can feel the shaking deep underground and can tell when new ash, gas, or lava is on the move. Map screens blink with new data, the shifting of fault lines, the pressure inside volcanic chambers, the rise and fall of toxic gases like sulfur dioxide. Scientists analyze data that let them trace motions within the Earth, though not everything is visible to the human eye. Geologists use 3D visualizations to show how magma may be flowing beneath the surface. Maps and charts fill their screens. They see the moment the eruption began, around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. At that time, the volcano shot gigantic plumes of ash high into the sky, higher and higher, joined by roaring waves of rocks and glowing gas. Every moment, information pours in. How far the pyroclastic flows have traveled, whether new danger is building, whether more people should leave their homes. Scientists also study the history of Semeru and other volcanoes nearby. How often do they erupt? What was the biggest eruption ever seen in East Java? Semeru has erupted many times across centuries, shaping the land with each outburst. Past records show that sometimes villages have been rebuilt atop land covered by earlier eruptions. Questions swirl like the ash cloud above. Can we predict the next eruption? Is it possible to make volcanoes safe, or will they always be a source of mystery and fear? But even with all their tools and science, sometimes the volcano surprises everyone. The Earth has secrets that even the cleverest scientist must respect. Volcanologists share stories of other mountains whose warnings arrived in unexpected ways. Tremors unnoticed, sudden blasts nobody predicted. Will Semeru stay calm, or does it have more mystery waiting in its heart? Down in the valleys and villages at the foot of the volcano, life is changing quickly. Yesterday, people were working in their gardens, playing soccer, walking to school. Today, everything is different. Ash pours from the sky like grey snow, covering rooftops, turning the green grass grey, making the air hard to breathe. Hundreds of families have left their homes, following the advice of authorities and rescue teams. The sound of engines fills the evening as buses and trucks hurry away from the danger zone. Some people bring only a bag of clothes and a blanket. Some bring goats, chickens, or their cats and dogs. Others clutch small treasures, a special toy, a favorite book, a photo that reminds them of home. Evacuation centers open their doors. School gyms, mosques, and community halls become temporary homes. Volunteers hand out food, water, and face masks. Elders rock babies, soothing frightened children. The smell of warm soup fills the air, and anxious faces gather around battery-powered radios or mobile phones for news. Streets are quiet, except for the rescue teams and scientists moving with flashlights and radios, checking each house. As the ash cloud drifts over villages, people listen for updates, longing to hear that everyone is safe, hoping for word that the mountain is calming down. Nearby, fields of rice and vegetables are buried under a thick blanket of ash. Farmers look at their land, wondering how long it will take to recover. The ash may destroy some crops, but, in time, can enrich the soil. School teachers ask, when can kids come back? Doctors and nurses help those with coughing or sore eyes, tired from a stressful day. Everyone has questions. When will it be safe to return? What surprises will be waiting after the ash settles? Why are volcanoes sometimes friendly and green, but at other times so fierce and wild? Yet there is hope and courage too. Neighbors help each other carry bags. Children whisper stories at night, making up legends about brave heroes and gentle giants living in the mountain. Families make plans for the coming days, wondering where they will sleep or when they can return. Will the villages below Semeru return to normal, or will the mountain's ash mark this place forever? Nearby, fields of rice and vegetables are buried under a thick blanket of ash. Farmers look at their land, wondering how long it will take to recover. The ash may destroy some crops, but, in time, can enrich the soil. School teachers ask, when can kids come back? Doctors and nurses help those with coughing or sore eyes, tired from a stressful day. Everyone has questions. When will it be safe to return? What surprises will be waiting after the ash settles? Why are volcanoes sometimes friendly and green, but at other times so fierce and wild? Yet there is hope and courage too. Neighbors help each other carry bags. Children whisper stories at night, making up legends about brave heroes and gentle giants living in the mountain. Families make plans for the coming days, wondering where they will sleep or when they can return. Will the villages below Semeru return to normal, or will the mountain's ash mark this place forever? Scientists give interviews, explaining what a pyroclastic flow is, why ash is so dangerous, and what might happen next. Weather forecasts track the drifting ash for days, watching to see if it affects neighboring areas. In schools, children watch the videos and whisper, what would happen if a volcano erupted near us? In science class, students ask, how do you make a volcano model? And what would it look like if it erupted like Semeru? Parents tell stories of eruptions from years ago, of how mountains can destroy, but also renew the land. Why do humans love and fear volcanoes at the same time? Is it because they remind us of our own strength and how quickly life can change? But what is happening deep inside Mount Semeru, where no camera or scientist can go? There, beneath the ground, is a world of fire and stone, hidden from human eyes. White-hot magma, melted rock, is always on the move, slowly rising and falling, building up pressure for days, months, even years at a time. Inside the earth, minerals melt and fuse, gases hiss and collect. Slowly, the earth's crust bulges, straining with each passing second. When the pressure becomes too great, a crack appears, and the volcano bursts open. In moments like today's eruption, clouds of ash, gas, and burning rock shoot up with amazing force. The sound is like thunder, echoing through the valleys, making windows and doors rattle. How much power does it take to push 6,500 feet of ash into the sky? More than all the cars and trucks in a city combined. The mountain shakes, the earth trembles, and sometimes the night sky glows red and orange. Some say you can feel the pulse of the earth itself beating under your feet. But what if the magma hasn't finished moving? What if other cracks are opening in hidden places? Even the best scientists can only guess what secrets hide at the heart of Semeru, or what new surprises might come in the next hours or days. Villagers hope for calm, while experts watch for signs. A new tremor, a deeper rumble, that could warn of another eruption. Will the mountain rest, or is another eruption waiting just around the corner? What stories will the heart of the volcano tell, if anyone dares to listen? The eruption of Mount Semeru has sent ash clouds soaring above East Java as hundreds of families find safety, as scientists search for answers, and as the world waits and wonders. The story is not yet finished. After the eruption, Semeru is covered in a layer of grey ash. Villages, forests, and fields look quiet and unfamiliar. People wear masks while cleaning ash and repairing their homes. Scientists study the volcano, while families slowly rebuild their lives. Despite the damage, hope remains, and little by little, life returns. And as the volcano sleeps again, who knows what new wonders or challenges tomorrow may bring? The sky clears, the earth rests, and somewhere within, Mount Semeru keeps its ancient secrets, waiting for the day it might tell its story again. Mount Semeru's eruption reminds us that our planet is still very much alive, powerful, and ever-changing. In the face of natural disasters, we see both the force of nature and the incredible resilience of humanity. Each eruption tells a story, not just of destruction, but also of renewal, courage, and hope. As the ash settles, people come together to heal and rebuild, always watching the mountain for its next chapter. Let us remember the lessons, honor the stories of those who endure, and stay ready to listen when the earth decides to speak once more.